Here we are with 4 more drafts. 3, I think, easy decisions and 1 that relatively easy and then just not going our way. First one here, we've been following this one for a bit, and this one's going our way. We got a Baltimore thing going where we got Lamar Jackson and what else do we have? Oh no, this is not the one going our way. This is the other one. Okay, so but this one is going our way. It's just not the one I was thinking. So we got Lamar Jackson on this one, and we missed out on Mark Andrews, but we're building out this ugly Baltimore stack. We got Isaiah Likely, and we're going to get Bateman here as well to pair with Lamar Jackson. So we might even get their rookie wide receiver at the end of the draft also for this one. But we got a pretty sweet, ugly Baltimore stack going. And we're just going to run with it. Bateman, welcome to the team. We're hoping that maybe Noah Fant comes back around. We got him queued up already. That's going to give us our third tight end for our three-headed monster of Cole Kmet stacked up with Keenan Allen. Again, Isaiah Likely. We're kind of predicting that things don't go right with Mark Andrews on this team. That's our story. And then Noah Fant would be nice on this one, considering we got JSN and Charbonnet, and I think we have another one, and Lockett right here as well. So we got a nice Seattle thing. Seattle QB was taken already by the team that has DK. That's okay. If we can keep on building out this Seattle thing, and that's our third tight end here, I feel really good about my middling tight end group. And they all have different buys. Well, do they? Yeah, they all have different buys, which is nice considering they're all hot mess overall. Okay, next one. This one here is not a tough click, but I have Deshaun Watson pulled up on this one. You guys have heard me say a couple times now probably that if unsure, I might take the guy a little on the early side as opposed to the late side. 148 is the next pick. Are there any QBs still? Let's see. There's only one other QB before Baker. And I don't think I really care which one of these running backs I get out of this group. They all have interesting dynamics to them. And with my running back group of Williams, Brooks, and Brian Robinson, I'm not sure what I want from this. Do I want upside or do I want floor? I got a little bit of both already, but I'm not sure which one I have, to tell you the truth. Is Robinson maybe his floor, but he might be upside too. Williams is probably floor considering where he's drafted, but maybe he's upside also. And Brooks, you're hoping he's upside, of course. So with already a well-rounded running back room, I don't think I have a particular flavor here of which player. All of them could end up looking good on this team for the most part. Are there any like bye week things that really matter? Probably not, considering these three all have different buys: a 7, a 10, a 12, and a 6. I mean, the only one that would, Ty Chandler has the same buy as Williams, but that's okay if it goes that way. He is the fourth out of the groups there in this one. But we're going to go Watson just to shore up our second quarterback on this team, and as opposed to risk it. Also, if you look here, they got so many running. They got 3, 4, 3, and he drafted early, and so did he. If they take more running backs, they're probably not making the greatest of decisions. And they've already made this. They've both kind of invested a lot to begin with, especially this guy here. And this guy I'm most concerned about is the guy in last, because this guy's got 3 QBs already. That's an odd decision to have that already. Was one of them Tua, Love, and this is the team that took Tua from me in the last, and I had to go and grab Judy instead. So I was trying to push Tua around because I had Waddle, and he already had two QBs. So I was going to essentially let him risk it. And not only did he risk it and take Tua, but then he followed up with Ford, So he still only has 3 wide receivers. I can't imagine this team going anywhere. This is one of those ones where maybe it's an 11-man league as opposed to a 12-man league. I can't imagine having only 3 wide receivers at this point is going to yield good results. He's going to have 3 quarterbacks fighting over each other, and maybe some good running backs, of course. But he's got a big hole at wide receiver, and then I guess flex might be okay, but at wide receiver would be a big hole. But I don't know what this team's going to do over here at the end. I don't think this team would take him. He took. Did he set anything up though? He took the Denver guy. He's got a couple other options, right? So I doubt he would take them. But this is the guy I'm concerned about in last. And because I don't care which running back I get, we're just going to not risk it. Take Deshaun here. Okay. Next one here. This is the one that's going a little funny overall. We got we got both our quarterbacks already through round 13, and we're probably not going to get a third in this draft. What went funny? We were going for the San Francisco guy. I think he was taken, if I'm not mistaken. And we don't have any tight ends yet either. And so I think we're going to do a 4 tight end build at the very end of the draft here. It was like 4 of our last picks. We're just going to keep on pushing tight end. Reason being is there's just nothing left at tight end. And I think that was the last straw in a way, as far as like trying to make it a normal build, was who got taken. Oh, we wanted to do Freiermuth and try to do a Pittsburgh thing and have him be our #1 tight end. I would have maybe taken Cole Kmet. No, I don't think I would have. Actually, I would have pushed to see if Cole Kmet or Musgrave went around, because I like Miller here. I think he's good too. But we're going to make this a 4 tight end build, and there really isn't much room for any more correlation. We got 1 more wide receiver and a tight end if we want for Washington. Other than that, it's going to be a hot mess. If things break completely right, we might grab 1 more QB in a Pittsburgh guy, Fields probably, but I don't think we're going to force it here. We're just going to try to hammer home a bunch of ugly tight ends at the end, and I'm hoping they just drop an ADP because I don't have any and everyone else already has too many, and we're just going to keep pushing it, pushing it, pushing it. Even the Washington guy, we might push depending on what's available. Okay, so what we're going to do with this pick is just essentially take our 6th wide receiver. We're going to try to punish other teams if I don't know if we can, but let's see here if we can punish other teams for going with it, but we can't. Look at that. We're not punishing anyone. 6, 7, 5, 5, 6. Oh no, right here. He's got 3. So this team's kind of in trouble. This team's only got 4 wide receivers, so they're a little in trouble potentially when it comes to wide receiver. I was hoping Dotson would fall just to pair him with Jaden Daniels here, but overall, I think I got the better wide receiver as far as what he's been able to do so far. We're gonna take Josh Downs. We haven't gotten him on a lot of teams, if any, especially basically uncorrelated. Not that that makes it more exciting. We're going to go Josh Downs here and just taking essentially the best player available, in my opinion. Is him or Gabe Davis based on ADP. We're going to go Josh Downs. Last draft, first round. Okay, we're going to do a Jamar Chase thing again. What my plan is, whenever I get Jamar Chase, is I'm looking to correlate with Higgins, and then stack with Higgins, and then try to get Burrow. What I want to do though, every time I think, is see if Higgins makes it to me in the first, second, third, in the 4th round, right? Is that where he goes? Let's see here. Let's see if we can spell out our strategy here. Higgins, where are you, Higgins? You're down here, so he's pretty low. We're all 48 overall. So that means that he's usually going 12, 24, 36. 12, 24, 36, 40. Did I say 48 overall? I'm pretty sure I did say 48 overall. Yeah, so he's at the turn. And so the strategy is that we don't want to let him make it to the turn unless there's some awesome value here at the 4-9. And the reason I want to do that is because if I make sure he doesn't make it past here, if he gets to 4-9, I then am in more control of my destiny with Joe Burrow, in that I can choose to take him, or I can choose to try to push him around if something really, really nice is available. The thing about Cincinnati and Joe Burrow is that push comes at the 8-9. And the 8-9 is where you're going to run into a nice little pocket for a lot of players, particularly running backs. Mainly running backs is what you're going to be pushing here at 8. You're passing with running backs if you don't take one. And chances are that if you don't take it here, you're going to lose them by the time you get to 9-4 in a lot of cases. And so we want to evaluate the room here also and see, is there a running back available that we really want? And are the teams that are at the turn, 3 teams at the turn, smart enough to have a plan in place where they'd be most likely passing on Joe Burrow? If those two things combine, we're almost definitely passing on Joe Burrow and trying to push him around to 9-4. I think it'd be a strategy all year long unless things change and Joe Burrow's ADP rises. But as it falls, and I think it's gonna, if other people are seeing this too, that's only gonna make his ADP fall further and further and further, making it more attractive to be able to get him at this 9-4, because these people won't even really see it as much of an ADP value. And that's a beautiful pick at that point in time. That makes you want to then maybe evaluate where Chase gets drafted, and then can you take Higgins on the right part of the board to then grab Burrow before the Chase drafter has a chance to. So it's a little game of, it might turn into a game of cat and mouse a little bit, depending on how these drafts go. We're going Jamar Chase, and you know my strategy with this one. Okay, make the pick. See you on the next one. Peace.